Sometimes it's beneficial to view the Bible or a passage in the Bible with several translations at once. Many people call this the parallel view. The word software calls it the compare view, and it can be found up here. First, let's talk about entering the compare view. Simply click compare. These are the default 3 translations that comes up. And to exit the compare view, you simply click on a single Bible translation and it will move you back. Most of us would like to use specific translations for our comparison, so if you'll use this right arrow next to the word compare, we can then go down and select our Bible text for compare. Here, make sure you have Show Descriptions checked. If not, you'll just see little 3-letter abbreviations. I'm going to turn off Textus Receptus, turn off the Westminster Leningrad Codex. I'm going to turn on a conservative version, turn on the American Standard, and then I'm going to go down and turn on Young's Literal. When I click OK, now as you can see, I've got all 4 translations and their 3-letter abbreviations in column format. You may also want to view these instead of in columns in rows. Using that same single arrow, you can put it in rows by clicking all modules one below the other. Notice my translations changed. When you're in the compare view in columns, or if you're in the compare view in rows, you can have 2 different sets of translations that you use, one for rows and one for columns. If I was to switch this back to columns, it remembered the 4 translations that I was using. If I were to go ahead while I am in rows and select Bible text for comparison, I could also custom select text and it would display it in rows, and they would be different than those that showed up in columns. Notice how it differentiates the verses with colors, and in columns it again differentiates the various verses in color. Once again, to leave the comparison view, simply click on any Bible translation, and if you go back to the compare view, it remembers the last Bibles you had selected, regardless whether you view in columns or you view in rows.